Life of Pi by Yann Martel. Summary. Life of Pi by Yann Martel is a famous Canadian fantasy adventure novel. The protagonist was peasant molitor Pi Patel, an Indian boy from Pondicherry. He survived 227 days after a shipwreck while stranded on a lifeboat in the Pacific Ocean with a Bengal tiger named Richard Parker. Pi was orphaned after the shipwreck. Richard Parker, the zebra, the orangutan, and the hyena were on board with Pi. It was not a dream or a delusion. Pi had not had a drop to drink or a bite to eat or a minute of sleep in 3 days. He lost hope. Pi pushed aside all thoughts of Richard Parker and fearlessly went exploring for fresh water. He remembered that such a lifeboat would surely be outfitted with supplies. All he had to do was to find it. He realized that the presence of the tiger had saved him from the hyena. He found life-saving supplies at the back of Richard Parker's den. His eyes immediately fell upon water. There were stacks of drinking water cans. He drank 2 liters of water. A sense of well-being quickly overcame him. His mouth became moist and soft. His heart began to beat like a merry drum and blood started flowing through his veins. Strength and suppleness came back to his muscles. His head became clearer. Truly, he was coming back to life from the dead. It was glorious. He felt that being drunk on water was noble and ecstatic. He had water rations to last him 124 days. Pi sensed that it was Richard Parker who calmed him down. It is the irony of this story that the one who scared him witless to start with was the very same who brought him peace, purpose, and even wholeness. A part of Pi did not want Richard Parker to die at all, because if he died, Pi would be left alone with despair. That would be an even more formidable foe than a tiger. If Pi still had the will to live, it was thanks to Richard Parker. He kept Pi from thinking too much about his family and his tragic circumstances. He pushed Pi to go on living. He hated Parker for it, yet at the same time, Pi was grateful. It was the plain truth that without Richard Parker, Pi wouldn't be alive today to tell his story. He left Richard Parker in a jungle and waited for a ship. It pained Pi to see the animal without even turning his head to have a last glimpse. A ship did find him and he was reunited with his family.